Welcome back. Today we are here in Richmond for the ECRO, e-cycling racing organisation classics race. It's the Saxo. We are doing 2 and a bit laps of the 2015 UCI World's Reverse Course. This is the Chasing Tour rebranded, so a whole season of events following along very similar to the Pro Tour. Now, I'm coming into this one off a really big day, so with a bit of fatigue in the legs. I'm just trying to help out the team. More on the format and why I really think these will be the majority of my races over the Australian winter towards the end of the video. But for now, we are about to get into the first KOM of the course. Now, I did a fairly long warm-up, but in terms of intensity, I was not ready for this at all. I felt absolutely woeful as we went up this first KOM banner here. And you'll soon see my positioning start to head back towards the back of the front split here as we crest the steeper part of this first KOM. So I'm in about 20th position. And yeah, using this as a warm up to hopefully get myself into the race. Pretty big field for slot 4 in these races. Often can be the quieter slot. A lot of the North American guys as we head up into the second KOM. And surprisingly, I felt brilliant when we got to this KOM, both laps. So was able to kind of push my way to the front without much effort at all. Very strange. I talked to Gatesy, who did slot 1, and he said exactly the same in terms of that first hill. Now, the long drag each lap, you can see now we're 7 to 8 Ks into the loop. Things are stretching out a little bit. I think this was a bit of a selection point, and we got down to a group of about 11 riders as we went into the flat part of the course. Now, there are a few attacks, lots of groups of 2 in terms of teammates in this course. You'll see here, pretty much whenever a third rider would go across, then the chase was on, and things just that repeated a few times. As we head into the second lap, pretty much everyone's in that group is still together. Again, felt fairly average on this KOM. Not sure what it was. Maybe the length or the increasing in gradient, but I didn't feel brilliant on that one. But we're over the top. Now, my plan is pretty much just sit in and bank some decent points. I kind of backed myself in to finish in the top 5 in a sprint finish, but also to just keep an eye out for moves. But I certainly didn't have any intent to be in any breakaways or anything like that. Today, after a big week of training so far, again felt really good on this one. Had no trouble getting to the front of the group. And then the race kind of started to kick off, and this was really surprising. So, Caleb Carl's on the front, really strong rider. As we head halfway up the drag for the second time, I can see it stretching, so I decide to come to the front in a second to continue that process to see what would happen. And this is a crucial moment in the race. So as I kind of ease off my turn, Jeffrey from Cryogen comes to the front, pushes on. I have to kick up to about 10 watts briefly to jump back in his wheel. And all of a sudden, we have 2 seconds. Neither of us were pushing at that stage, but with 2 seconds, I've decided to kind of come back over the top and see what we can make of it. And the gap's now out to 4 seconds. Now, there are a couple of groups of teammates. I flick the elbow. Jeffrey doesn't come through, but I'm aware that at this stage he's probably hurting after that long effort. So I kind of do another 30 seconds at the front for him before throwing another elbow. And I think here he comes through, which is fantastic. So without coordinating, Jeffrey ends up doing some 30-second turns. We still don't have much of a gap. There are 2 coalition riders, 2 OMG riders. And then Dave, who's riding for my team in the Chasing ECRO tour, is sitting back, biding his time, which is good for us because he's a fantastic sprinter. You don't want to come to the line against him. So again, we kind of go up the hill. I'm doing some 60-second turns, a couple of 90-second turns, and Jeffrey's really helping out here when he can by doing some strong 30-second pulls. As we get to 5 or 6 seconds, I'm still thinking that this is basically not going to happen. And it's just a massive waste of energy that could really backfire. But we're here now, and um, not gonna give up on it just yet. So fast forwarding a few k, and the gap's out to 10 seconds. It was at this stage that Jeffrey started to drop off a little bit. I think he does another turn here, but I was soon on my own and had to kind of push on with it, as you can see from the power graph there below. So I'm still feeling in control of the effort, but I know I need to have a little bit left for these two KOMs to come before the finish. I've got 18 seconds over the bunch. Jeffrey's stuck in between. So it's tricky. These KOMs, if I don't have the legs, they'll catch 18 seconds really quickly. So it's important for me to grab a quick breather here um, before really kind of focusing on two strong KOMs to hopefully maintain this gap into the finish. The other guys from the team who did the previous slots said, if you're away over that last KOM, it's kind of should be all over. Dave prematurely said good win. He was confident in me. So at that stage, I was still pretty worried. But as we start to go over the KOM, I'm up around 500 watts, which is actually quite strong given the previous 15 minutes at the front that I've done. So happy with that. The gap's still 20 seconds, which it's getting more and more in my favor as we head down this descent. A quick breather for a couple of seconds, and then it's super important to push this steep section. If I can get up this steep section, it's over. So up into the power, 500 plus watts, up over 600 now. And if I can get through here, it is done. The gap's still at 23, 24 seconds. So now I kind of know that I have it, which is good. So I can take my time, cruise in a little bit, and enjoy. Now, in terms of the chasing tour, there's about 75 races for the season. It's a paid subscription this year, so your one-off license fee allows you to be included in all of the results. It allows you to be a part of a team. It allows you to earn prize money, which is based on your points earned in the season. Every rider has a different value. There's my team, so the Rainbow Chasers, powered by Mackay Cycles. We've got an awesome mix of guys. We're going really well so far. There are all our values and our points scored so far. Not fully updated, but we're really enjoying it. We've got a good group of guys, and we still need a couple more. So there's the global ladder for the season. We're right up there with our 10 rider team as we cross the line here for a nice win. 300 points. I think that's $30,000 in ECRO money, which will allow us to buy some more teams. There's the results. As I said, licensed riders are up on these results. Worth the money. Unless you're a cheater, don't join if you're a cheater. But if you're watching this and you're looking for some racing over the next few months, get around it. It's awesome. They're going to be working on trying to get some more verification in. We've already had to do some serial number stuff, which is a good start. As I said, we're looking for two more riders that are going to race the Grand Tours. Verified A-class riders, reliable, good fellas. So, yeah, really enjoying it. So feel free to get in touch if you want to be part of it, because we're looking for some like-minded guys. But thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.